Well, let's move on to our big focus tonight. The Calcutta High Court declaring Mamata Banerjee's Singur Act illegal and unconstitutional. That legislation was passed by her government to take back 400 acres of land leased out to Tata Motors for its small car project in Singur. The Trinamool Congress rode to power in the assembly elections in 2011, largely on the promise of returning those 400 acres of land to farmers who had been unwilling to part with them. Well, Mamata Banerjee has a window still open. The government has 2 months to appeal this in the Supreme Court.
A huge blow for Mamata Banerjee in her war with the Tatas. The Calcutta High Court has ruled that the Singur Act, the first law enacted by the Trinamool after it came to power last year, is unconstitutional and void.
The Honourable Court was in one with our argument that this is not for any public purpose. Therefore, that philosophy of public purpose being not tenable, the enactment by the state is bad. Therefore, in all score, the government today has had hands-down defeat legally before the Honourable Court, and of course it will have political ramifications in every sphere.
The High Court has granted stay of the judgment for a period of 2 months. This is the position. State would prefer appeal before the Supreme Court. Now, single bench we own, division bench they own, 1:1. Let us see the final game.
The Singur farmers' agitation against the Tata Nano project became Mamata Banerjee's rallying point after her defeat at the hands of the Left Front in 2006, which is why, after a massive victory last year, the West Bengal Chief Minister's first move was to enact her key election promise, the Singur legislation. The law was specifically meant to take back the 997-acre plot from Tata Motors and redistribute about 400 acres to farmers who did not want to give up their land. Reacting to today's verdict, Mamata Banerjee said on Facebook, "Throughout my life, I have struggled for the cause of the farmers, working class, poor and underprivileged. Our commitment to be with them will remain." In the shadow of the remains of the Tata Motors factory, some 2,200 unwilling farmers who want their land back are restive.
কষ্টকর হবে খুবই কষ্টকর হবে কিন্তু কি করব কোনো উপায় নেই
আমরা কোনো মতে হতাশ নই আমরা সব পুরোপাড়া শুধু কেন পুরোপাড়া বাজিমেল খাসেবিড়ি জয়মোল্লা যাই বলুন সমস্ত লোক সংঘবদ্ধ একই ভাবে দিদির পাশে সব সময় আছি
The state government will appeal the ruling in the Supreme Court, but today's verdict will certainly impact a much bigger issue. Should the government acquire land for private enterprise or not? In Kolkata, Mamata Banerjee, NDTV.
Well, we're asking tonight, is this a lesson in governance for Mamata Banerjee? Joining us on that big discussion, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, Lok Sabha MP of the Congress, Ashok Malik, senior journalist. We're being joined in Mumbai by Venugopal Dhoot, chairman of Videocon Industries, Gurdas Das Gupta, Lok Sabha MP of the CPI, joining us also tonight. Also, Anuradha Talwar, land activist and someone who's been closely associated with the Singur farmers movement. Ashok, if I can begin with you, this was Mamata Banerjee's big election plank. This was what she rode to power on pretty much, the planks of Nandigram and Singur. The first act enacted by her government when she came to power being struck down today as illegal and unconstitutional. Did she act in haste?
Well, if she did win, or rather her government did win the High Court judgment with a single judge, they've lost it with the two-judge bench, and we have to see what happens in the Supreme Court. I'm not going to comment on the drafting of that act. That's for a legal person to comment and the courts to comment. I don't know. But I would be surprised if Mamata gave up at this stage, because returning those 400 acres of land which she says were taken illegally and against the wishes of the farmers is something which is very fundamental to her politics and her election plank last year. I think what this would boil down to is compensating Tatas for the money they may have spent on what they say is needed, what they claim is developing the land. So perhaps she'll have to buy back the land or give some compensation to the Tatas, but I think she would want that land back and she would want to give it to the farmers.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news in your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.